Hello, guys. Welcome back to Dream on Pod with me, your host, Lottie. Today is a kind of long-awaited one, I feel, just because it's been like a month, and also there's just been loads of stuff online and loads of videos, and I just thought I'd take to my podcast to actually explain the real story. But yeah, it's the Breakup app. So, me and my ex, who I think is obviously well known that we were together on TikTok and everything, and I post him a lot on Instagram and whatever. We broke up about a month ago now, which is crazy to like even say because it literally feels like it was like a week ago. But yeah, it's been kind of crazy. I think because I thought, like, when I met him, it was when I was in a kind of a bad place. Like, I think I hadn't had a very good history with relationships, and I hadn't really just felt close to anyone like I did with my last ex. And I think I thought the relationship was great, but I think there were definitely some things that weren't right. And obviously, shit happens, people break up. But yeah, we met when I was, not in a great place, and he helped me in so many ways. And I think he is a great person, and we had an amazing time together. It was just sad that it was cut so short, I think. Because I really thought it was going to be like a long-term thing. Like, I haven't really been in a long-term relationship ever. And I think I also am very difficult to handle, by the way. If you don't know me, I have like a lot of mental health problems, and I think I can be very difficult to handle. So I think I don't know. It's hard to talk. It's so difficult to talk about these kinds of things because it's so personal to me. But I do want to share it with you guys. And I had gotten so many questions like, when are you going to like drop what happened and like explain and everything. And I do want to, but it is just so hard for me because like, one, it's like very emotional. It's talking about your feelings and being with someone that you love and whatever. And yeah, but at the same time, I do owe it to you guys, and I know that you want to hear it. So fuck it. Here we go. We had actually had a little bit been going through a rough time. When we actually decided to break up, it was like there was just some things missing from our relationship from my side, and I'd explained that to him, and we'd actually almost broken up like literally 2 weeks before we actually broke up. I think it's hard when you're with somebody who's doing a job like what he was doing, where he's away all the time and he's, at all these, gigs, and there's drink and there's girls and stuff like that. I think like maybe like a part of me didn't fully trust that he was like fully loyal. And I think, I don't know, I find it very hard to trust people, and I don't know if I gave like my full in this relationship. So that's definitely going to be something that I take from this and put into another one. But I gave as much as I could, I think. But I did just want a deeper connection with him, and I think I couldn't quite get there with him. I think he has stuff he has to deal with and work on, and I have stuff that I have to deal with and work on, and maybe it just wasn't the right time with us. So the day it happened, I'll kind of talk you through it because I feel like people kind of like have seen snippets of our relationship and things like that on social media. And like, yeah, it pretty much was like accurate to that, like what I was posting, honestly. We had a great relationship. We had so much fun. It was like, we were like best friends. Like we never argued. Like we just had a really good time together. We partied together. We chilled together. We like wholesome vibes together. It was kind of like everything I'd been looking for in a relationship. And we ended up going to Ibiza because we hadn't really seen each other for a very long time. And it was going to be kind of like a little holiday. It was about 3 days that we were meant to be there for. He was playing at a club on one of the nights. And so we were going to go to that and then have like the rest of the days off. And literally the first day I got there, he landed a little bit later than I did. So the next day we woke up, we went to a beach club, like had the best day. Like we were literally, and it was so weird because like sometimes when breakups happen, it's really when you least expect it. And for me, this was so not expected because we'd been out all day together on these like sun lounges all day by the beach, like just like cuddling, like kissing, like talking about things, just having such a nice time. So the fact that it did such a like 180 is like so bizarre to me because it just wasn't expected. But we ended up going that evening to his gig. And we went with a bunch of his friends. We met up at the hotel. We went to the club. He played. Everything was fine. But I had a little bit too much to drink by this point, for sure. And we ended up being kind of left alone, I guess, by his friends. Like they'd all gone home. I was actually down to leave as well. After he played, because he had a really early set, I think it was like 8 o'clock or something. And I was so down to leave at this point. Like I think it was like 11 or 12. And I was like, I'm down to leave. I was so drunk. I was like almost like tired. I don't know whether it was like the sun from like all being out all day or something. I was just like exhausted. But I carried on drinking because he wanted to stay. So I was like, fine, we'll stay. And then I also find it hard, like when you're dating someone that's DJ, the hours are very like crazy because it's always like in the night. And I think it's hard when you like love someone, you kind of want them to like live their best life and like thrive. And I think like because he had DJs that he really wanted to meet and see and watch play and stuff, I just wanted like him to have that. And so I should have just been like, right, let's go home, to get myself into bed, or left without him and let him stay and do whatever. But I think I just wanted to like enjoy that time with him, be there with him. But obviously things happen, and we were kind of just partying. It was just me and him. We were going around to like random people in the like VIP bit. And then there was one point we were by the bar, and I never, ever forget stuff. Like when I get drunk or do anything else, I always remember everything. Like I swear to God, I've never blacked out in my life ever from alcohol or any other substance in my life ever. And this was the weirdest thing to me because I genuinely do not remember it. I remember like snippets of the night after a certain point, but it just was like so blurry. And I ended up kissing a girl in front of him, and he got really, really upset, rightfully so. I think like because of my sexuality and like I don't know, yeah, I think because of my sexuality, like, and the fact that I like boys and girls, I think he just kind of was insecure about the fact that I was like kissing a girl because he knows that I like girls too, which is completely valid. Like I completely understand that like that's not okay. Fuck, this is hard to talk about. But yeah, like I understand that's completely not okay. But I think for me, like being a girl, like me and my girlfriends will go out and like we like girls kiss each other sometimes, and it isn't really a big deal. But this moment for me is so bizarre because the girl was not a friend. She was not someone that I knew. It was a girl that I'd literally just met maybe 5 minutes before that. So it is very like out of character for me to do that. And it upsets me that he was so upset by something that like I barely remember. Like it upsets me that I upset him so much doing something that I can't even remember doing. And like, I can't remember why, because if I was in my right state of mind, I would never have done something like that. So it's really like hard to like come to terms with, because it was eventually what's kind of ended our relationship. So we ended up arguing at the club. We went to sleep. And the next day, he decided that he just couldn't look past it. So I packed my things and I left Ibiza and got to the airport. By the way, the woman was telling me, and I don't ever bring a card with me anywhere, the woman at the airport when I was trying to check in for my flight, bearing in mind I've just been dumped, I'm crying my fucking eyes out, like I'm not in the mood. She's like, you need a credit card. And I'm like, I literally don't have a card on me. I can only use Apple Pay. I'll give you like the details of my card. And she's like, sorry, like that we can't do that. And I was like, what the fuck did you want me to do? Because I was trying to pay for baggage. I was like, what do you want me to do right now? Like I don't know what to do. Like I don't have a card with me. My boyfriend just fucking dumped me. I don't know what to do. And she was just being a bitch. And so I ended up having to go up to these like 40-year-old women, crying my fucking eyes out, going, I just need to use someone's card. But yeah, it was not my finest moment. But I do feel like if you haven't cried in Ibiza airport, like you haven't lived. It's just like a common thing. And I feel like it's like genuinely like a rite of passage. If you don't cry there, like you just don't get it. So I got home and then I had actually blocked him immediately because I just couldn't deal with it. Like, I think I tend to, like, when I'm sad, just like shut things down, pretend they didn't happen. And I think that's what I did with this. I just was like, do you know what? Fuck him. Like, that to me at the time, I was like, I don't feel like that's a dumpable offense. Like, obviously it's something that I should definitely work on. And like, I was, you know, sad and I apologized for it. But to dump somebody because of that was really just like, I was just shocked, honestly. And like, obviously he's a different person. If that's where his boundaries are, that's fine. But for me, that wouldn't have been a boundary for me, I guess. But yeah, but then again, if I think about it and it was him kissing a girl, I would have fucking kicked off. Like, yeah. So I guess if he sees it in that way, then yeah, like it's fucked, you know? And it's obviously like we all make mistakes and things like that. And that was just one of mine that is like I hugely regret, I guess. But yeah, it was horrible to talk about because it is my fault. And I honestly, I do feel really bad for him because I loved him and I think he's a great guy and we had a great time together. We ended up having a conversation when he came home from Ibiza about the breakup and about everything. And we did it when we were drunk. We'd had a few glasses of wine, which was not ideal at all because nothing good came out of it. So we ended up just arguing and then he left and then we haven't seen each other since. So, yeah. But something came out just last week while I was in Paris for Fashion Week of him with another girl, and I may or may not have reacted badly. The thing about me is like I am petty. Like I'm gonna stand by that, and I don't need to sit here and explain myself. I am petty, and yes, I was pissed off. It's my ex-boyfriend who I still love, who I still care for. Like however he feels, I still care and I still love him. And seeing him with another girl made me want to rip someone's skin off and hang it to dry. I swear to God. Like it's actually gonna make me like sad talking about it. And like no one ever, no girl ever is gonna see a picture of her ex-boyfriend or ex-girlfriend or whatever with someone else and not react the way that I did. We'd been broken up for about 3 weeks, I think, when he got with this girl or whatever happened. But still, like actually I don't even know if it was 3 weeks. Was it 3 weeks? Maybe it was 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like seeing that so publicly. And like the person that uploaded this TikTok, by the way, I hope you fucking go to hell. Like, I honestly hope you fucking die a painful death because they tagged me in the caption of the TikTok video of my ex and this girl. And I just thought, first of all, that's so hurtful considering we've just broken up. Like, that's not nice for me to see. And I don't know, it's just like, yeah, it just fucking pissed me off. And I don't care, I am petty. Like, I am a petty person. And I'll stand by that. So I posted once I'd seen this video because a friend of mine actually called me to tell me about it. And I didn't actually want to watch it at first because I was like, I'm going to get really sad about it and it's just going to make me depressed. And I'm on holiday, I'm in Paris, I'm having the best time. And my friend was like, it's actually not that bad. Like, she's not that great. I was like, you know how your friends are when they're like trying to make you feel better about it? And you know what, honestly, no shade to the girl now because like I actually feel bad. Like I put up a story going like, I was just feeling petty as fuck. I was mad. I was angry. I said like, if you're stop posting me, like stop tagging me in videos of my ex with ugly ass bitches, basically. But I couldn't put like ugly ass bitch, so I had to put like a sick face. Otherwise, the Instagram would have taken it down. So I had to put like a sick face and then put A with 2 stars or something, and the bitch with like a little star in the middle. But yeah, not my finest moment, honestly. And I feel bad for her because she's probably like a sweet girl, but like. If she can understand it from my point of view as well, and like anyone can understand it from my point of view, anyone that you see with your ex is going to fucking piss you off. Like, it's just going to. Like, that is just an immediately normal response to that situation. maybe not posting on Instagram, to be honest, but I don't know. I was upset. And I think because I'd seen it so publicly, I just kind of like didn't want to sit there and not say anything. And I just was like, I just, when you want to be like, I don't know how to explain it. I just like needed to like say some shit. So yeah, I apologize to she who shall not be named, because it's not your fault. My ex is single. He's allowed to put his arm around whoever he wishes and, go out and sleep with whoever he wishes and be with whoever he wishes. It's just obviously if you put yourself in the girl's shoes who's just been, broken up with, it's obviously not nice, And I feel like every girl who's watching this or listening to this can relate to this. Seeing your ex with somebody else is the most like gut-wrenching, heart-sinking feeling. It's like that feeling where just like everything almost goes quiet around you and you just like, it feels like someone's ripped your heart out and stamping on it. And that's what I kind of had in that moment. Sorry, fucking hell. So yeah. I also saw that her friend made a response to it, by the way, which was like hilarious to me. Her friend had like put up a picture of her going, with this ugly ass bitch tonight. Oh my God. I mean, yeah, it's just fucking embarrassing. And it's just like, I also was kind of saddened by the fact that he didn't reach out to me or try and message me or anything just to say something. Just to say like, I'm sorry, like if this has upset you or whatever. I don't know, like it was just a bit of a slap in the face because we've been through a lot together, and then he's not checked up on me. We've not spoken since. It's just been a bit crappy. But yeah, I think like the rest of the stuff that has happened in our relationship, whatever, I'm going to keep private. But I did kind of just want to spill the tea on that because obviously it's quite public. The whole breakup. I actually saw the funniest thing somebody posted a TikTok saying, staying at home to watch the Real Housewives. Wait, it's just Lottie, Moss and Catamount. I was like, that's actually really funny. But yeah, I'm just a very public person. And I think my ex struggled with that as well, that I speak a lot about these sorts of things. And, the thing is for me, I am a very like open person. I speak openly about every single thing in my life. And because I don't know, I don't really care about it. I think it helps people to talk about things. And I think the way that I do it, I do it on a podcast, I do it on social media. Like it's just my way of expressing myself. And I've always been very like liberal about sex and liberal about loads of different topics, to be honest. But I think he really struggled with the fact that I speak openly about sex a lot. And I think I do understand that it's not nice for him to hear. But, that is just something that I do. And I think in my next partner, I would like someone that maybe is a bit more accepting of who I am. And, I understand it's not for everyone. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I think I deserve to be with someone that like understands me fully and accepts me fully and loves me, So yeah. But truly in the words of Gwyneth Paltrow, I wish him well. Everyone who is okay with their like seeing their ex with someone else, how? Because I'm fucking not. Like that shit fucking hurt so bad. And now all I can do is like picture him with other girls and it makes me want to kill myself. But yeah. Also, guys, just before I went to Paris, I was packing, and this was before I'd seen this video with him and this other girl. I literally cannot. I actually cannot. So I'm unpacking a bunch of stuff that he'd given back to me ages ago. So maybe one day after we broke up, he sent me a bag of my stuff back that I'd literally left at his house. And in that bag, I only just went through it the other day, like for the first time before I was going to Paris, because I think there was a dress in there that I needed. Tell me why I find a pair of girls' leggings extra small as well. That cut fucking deep. Because I'm not an extra small, so I think when I saw that, I was like, oh. But yeah, that is generally the story. I lost my mind. I posted on TikTok. This is the thing. I don't deal with things in a natural way. And I think like that is hard for a lot of people to understand, that they're just like, oh my God, shut up. Stop making everything so public, stop talking about things, but like I just enjoy it, okay? I like talking about shit online, okay? I like venting. I like other people validating me. I like when I posted that with these girls were like, yeah, fuck him. I was like, yeah, fuck him. And so yeah, I think obviously I was hurt from that. Like seeing that has hurt me. Like obviously another pair of girls' leggings in a bag. Like to be honest though, could have been anyone's. Like it could have literally been his like flatmates, girlfriends, whatever. Like I don't fucking know. But like it obviously doesn't look good. And I didn't reach out to him for an explanation because like, why the fuck should I? Like, we're not together anymore. He doesn't even owe me an explanation. It's just a bit of a fucking slap in the face. And yeah, so I think seeing that and then having the whole thing where I saw him with that girl, I had a good cry about it when I was away. And I've been honestly more sad about it every day. I think when you go through a breakup, you have those flashbacks of those moments with that person. Like every, few hours or something, you'll get a flashback or you'll see something that reminds you of them and it'll make you sad. And like, that's kind of the vibe that I'm going through right now. That's kind of the phase I'm going through. And I don't know, I'm not really like interested in being with other people right now, like being with other guys or girls or whatever, like romantically or sexually. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like I need a bit of time out. I want to work on myself. I want to heal. I want to do better for the next person that I'm with. I think we both of us made a lot of mistakes in this relationship. And I think maybe we just like weren't really right for each other. And that's okay too. But like we still had a great time and we still meant something to each other. And I think just to end it so abruptly, and like not speak. And I'd sent him a few texts because I'm a sad girl. And he sort of called me and was like, you need to stop sending me these messages. And it was literally just me being like, I love you. I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. Like, I miss you and all of this like classic shit that you send after you've broken up with someone. And he was just so mean about it. He was like, stop sending me that. Like, it's just annoying. I have to keep like opening up your messages and like opening my phone and seeing these messages. And I was like, that's so harsh. Like, of course I still feel that way. At this point we'd been breaking up for like 2 weeks. So I was like, of course I fucking feel that way still. Like, I'm sorry I'm not you and can turn off your feelings. And I think for me, honestly, I feel right now that he's just like doesn't give a shit anymore at all. And he's just turned off his feelings. And it's just like, because it's so bizarre to me how you can go from feeling that way about someone to then literally not feeling that way at all and like not speaking to them at all. But I mean, each their own. And, it is what it is. It sucks. But yeah, I did just want to tell you guys because I feel like, because I share so much of my life, I can't just like pick and choose what I share anymore. I need to just be like open and honest, especially with this podcast, because I want you guys to keep listening and I want you guys to feel connected and close to me and like I'm actually telling you the truth. Like I don't want this to be like where I'm just like, yeah, my life is like this and I want to give you the raw, deep shit. Like when I'm fucking crying my eyes out on my like bathroom floor, like that is what I've been doing. Like, so yeah, I've been sad, but I'm definitely going to try and focus on myself this time around. I think I've definitely always been very self-destructive whenever I've had something end with somebody. I've always been very like sad vibes, just going out drinking and getting blackout, just try and forget. But this time I really want to better myself and I really want to like try and use this as a lesson to get closer to myself and understand like why I did the things that I did and why I do the things that I do sometimes. Like maybe that's a sign that I shouldn't drink as much as I did that night. Like these are all lessons. And I think when things don't work out with somebody, they don't work out for a reason. And I think maybe we weren't right for each other and the universe was trying to push us in the right direction. And that's a huge piece of advice I would say is like, if something isn't meant for you and it's not happening for you, so if something isn't happening for you, maybe it's not meant for you. It's, the universe will always give you a little nudge in the right direction if it feels like you're not going in that direction. Like if you're thinking about something and you want to do it, it will kind of nudge you in that way. Or if you've been thinking to break up with someone and you don't have the balls to do it, it will always kind of nudge you in that direction. And I think, always listen to the universe, always follow your heart, trust yourself, trust your intuition. And yeah, I think with this, I think it was definitely for the best. I don't think we were right for each other in that way. And yeah, but it's still, you're still allowed to be sad about things. And I think the important thing after a big breakup is just to have your friends around you, and that's what I've been doing. I went to Ibiza. I went to literally straight after. I went to Paris with my friends. I just went away for my friend's birthday. Like, I've just been staying busy. I think staying busy, focusing on work, being with your best friends, having people around you that make you laugh and can take the like seriousness out of the situation. Because I just don't want to talk about it anymore. And I think a lot of people get that. Like, at the beginning after a breakup, you kind of just want to only talk about it. But now I like so don't want to talk about it. I just want to like have fun and be distracted and, you know, like deal with it by myself a little bit as well. Like, when I'm by myself, I definitely grieve it. And, you know, I sit there and look at old pictures and old videos and have a good cry. And, you know, but I think when I'm around other people, I want to be having fun. I want to see that, you know, like life doesn't end. The world doesn't stop turning when you break up with someone when you're single, you know. It means there's an opportunity there, you know. You might meet someone amazing next week, like you never know. So I think I'm just trying to stay in that mindset of like, I might meet someone amazing soon, or this definitely happened for a reason, or, you know, just to remain positive. So we've got a few bedtime stories here, so I thought I'd read them up for you as per. I know you love them. My boyfriend has been sleep talking about his ex. It started off with him muttering her name, but now he's having full conversations with her in his sleep. It's obviously not ideal, but he can't really help it. Does this mean he still has feelings for her? Yes, dump him immediately. That is biggest red flag ever. He's still thinking about her. What you dream about is literally what you are thinking about throughout the day. It's like, you know, when you have a nightmare about a film that you've watched, it's the last thing you think about when you like before you're going to sleep. So obviously, yeah, I'm sorry, that is not a good sign, babes. I hate to be fucking skeptical because I could have been nicer about it, but yeah, no, that's not a good sign. My girlfriend has been testing me by sending fake messages pretending to be other women hitting on me. She says it's to see how I'd react in a situation where someone was flirting with me. She said I passed the test, but should I be worried about this kind of behavior? Honestly, yeah, like that's kind of scary, actually. Like, I think if you trust someone, you don't need to test them. So yeah, that is quite questionable from her. I would definitely pull her up on it and just, I think, be cautious for the next few months, maybe. But unless you've been kind of doing things to make her think that maybe she shouldn't trust you, I think that is kind of crazy behavior. Okay, next one. My fiance asked if we could have separate bedrooms after we got married. He says he needs his space. He also thinks sleeping apart will make our relationship stronger. Is this a sign of trouble? Honestly, I think each to their own. Like, I've never lived with a partner, but I think, honestly, if you're living with someone 24/7, obviously it's going to be a little bit much, being on top of each other all the time, being around each other all the time. But I think, yeah, most couples sleep in the same bed together, but it is each to their own. If you find it makes your relationship work better, it may well. So I think, yeah, if it works for you, it works for you. And if you both enjoy that, then yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that, unless you want to sleep in his bed, in which case that's probably... But yeah, how would you have sex, actually, if you sleep in different beds? Would you just choose a bed to have sex in? I don't know. All right, and then lastly, I'm attracted to my boyfriend's dad. He's charming, funny, and we've had some flirty moments. I feel like the worst person ever. I love my boyfriend, but it's a boyfriend's dad. I thought it was her friend's dad. Oh my God. I love my boyfriend, but I have this weird chemistry with his dad. Am I a horrible human? That's so funny. Honestly, like, you're not a bad human at all. You're allowed to have chemistry with people. Like, there will always be people you come across where you have chemistry with them. You can't help chemistry. That's just what happens. But his dad is probably quite crazy. I'd probably limit the amount of times you're around your boyfriend's dad just to not make it uncomfortable for your boyfriend. Or just date his dad and fuck him. Thanks for watching, guys.